think of like
I don't know any.
I don't know any luck themed either. Oh no. Wait. That is not what we're supposed to be seeing right now.
What?
Take that off. This
What?
one. I was a lucky leprechaun. There we go. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I had put it so we could see our face, and then when we went live, it was the thumbnail.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Wah, wah.
Julie did something.
I probably did.
People can see our face, so.
I was trying to go live on YouTube. I believe we are. So if you're catching us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified next time, and love our page.
Oh, just subscribe. Love it.
Right.
You're going to love it.
That's right. Forcefully.
Yeah, so if you're watching this on replay, you may not realize that it's St. Patty's Day, but if you're one of the many folks watching us live, it is St. Patrick's Day.
Yay.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
One of my favorite, not quite, I don't know. So my husband and I our first whatever was 28 or 29 years ago, I think. Gosh, hope he's not watching because he would correct me in a second.
I really never even knew St. Patty's Day existed until I was old enough to drink. And then it was kind of like, green beers and things like that. But I was never really that into that. But I know several people personally now who are St. Patrick's Day fanatics. So if it's your thing, happy St. Patrick's Day. Got our green on. We're celebrating. And today we're going to talk about 12 ways to overcome business burnout. And it's very important to say overcome and not avoid, because there's absolutely zero way to avoid it altogether.
Right.
It is going to happen. And that's kind of my biggest tip, I guess, is like, just realize it's going to happen and then have these things waiting in the wings.
Right.
To get you past it.
Knowledge is power. So understanding the fact that, it's going to be a thing. Because if you're doing it right, you're doing all the things, I mean, I know the people that the gurus out there say less is more. We're subscribing to the less is more, but the more you add on and the more you add on in your business, it's a real thing. It can happen. So it's happened. I've been in business for 25 plus years. It happens for sure.
Exactly. So will anyone admit that they've struggled with business burnout? It's okay if not, because I know it's kind of in vogue to not admit those struggles, but I will say I have, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments, whether you're watching this live or on replay, if it's something that you've struggled with in the past. And if you have any tips that aren't in our 12, obviously feel free to bring the value in the comments for everyone else who's watching.
For sure. And if you happen to be catching this on replay, comment replay. So it helps with engagement and other people seeing it. And if you have questions, even on replay, drop them. We'll always see them.
Exactly. All right. Business burnout, Julie.
Yeah.
That's never happened to us. JK.
It's a daily thing.
JK. Nikki, I think you can sleep it away, like to an extent. It's that and I would say emotional eating. Those two things are probably not the most productive way to minimize business burnout, but definitely you could help yourself a little bit by resting a little extra more or indulging in that treat.
Sure. I think something like that's on our list of tips here. So
exactly. Edith has struggled. Yes. Man.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know anybody that just hasn't. So even if it's for just a day. So
exactly. All right. You ready for the tips?
I am ready. I had to go find them again.
I think I was about to say, I think I just closed my tips. All right. So
I can go. And it is So tip number one is very much similar to what Savita says, but it's take a break. So, and it can be anything from going on vacation. So from the biggest type of break, so a vacation, to, simply taking some time for yourself, a hot bath with a glass of wine or a book, anything to put you in a more relaxing state. So for me, the biggest issue for me is when I lay down in bed. I'm super tired, and then my brain just will not shut off. So in that, I'm going to see about like a hot bath. It's been happening a lot lately because we've been pushing so hard. So maybe a hot bath before bed would be good.
Exactly.
So if you have any other tips, anyone chime in as to what has worked for you. Ooh, Edith says she has vacation coming up after my birthday this month. So your birthday is in March. Awesome. Happy birthday.
Awesome. Yeah, so one of my favorite ways to kind of beat that burnout is to kind of reconnect with why I'm doing this anyway. Because you're always pushing the envelope. If you're an entrepreneur, you're doing something new, even if it's, network marketing and there's 1,000 people doing the same thing as you, you're pushing. And you're ideally stretching yourself and staying out of that comfort zone. So a good way for me to counteract that is to reconnect with my why and reconnect with my goals and my purpose for doing that, because it can be so easy. And I think anyone who has worked in the corporate world before, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. But sometimes I wake up and I think it would just be so much easier to go to the office and have someone tell me what to do. And that's not Julie's fault. It's not, it's no one's fault. Where I am now is perfect. It's just that sneaky feeling of comfortability, like something that's comfortable and known, because the unknown is scary. So I combat that by reconnecting with my why. Like I get to wake up with my daughter and be with her from 6 to 9 a.m. every morning. Yes, 6 freaking a.m. every morning till 9 whenever I start my work. And then I get to see her at lunch. And then I don't have any commute before I get to just go downstairs and hold her little body. So, that's a big why for me, is I get to stay home and still, have a career. So,
yeah. But the commute for corporate a lot of times is the decompression. I've seen a lot of reels on that lately, decompressing. So if you do work from home, yes, it's a benefit, but taking a moment to sort of compose before you cross over into that work-life balance, into the life part, because carrying all that stress with you, or whatever you've been dealing with, is hard. And in my case, it's not fair to your family when you're not being 100% present. So, and that sort of piggybacks onto the next thing, is finding a support group that will help you to talk through the things. And that's what sort of we're having office hours, coffee and questions, whatever. We've been delving a lot into the mindset and support. And this topic is 100% that. So we are acting sort of as a support group. So obviously show up live when you can. But anywhere else. So there's Facebook groups, there's, you can have a neighborhood group that, again, there's so many people that are working. Oh my gosh, there's a bug. There's so many people that are working a side hustle or whatever. So, instead of supper club or book club, you might have women's, entrepreneurship club to get together and share all the things.
Exactly. All right. So this fourth one is like totally, I would say, a cornerstone of mine and Julie's problem. And that is to reorganize yourself. Is Sarah here? Our organizer, our resident organizer.
Shout out to Sarah.
Yeah. Sometimes the overwhelm, the burnout just comes from the chaos, right? Am I right? If you know where what I'm talking about, that's, you know what I'm talking about. It can just feel so chaotic, especially when you're pushing and you're doing new things. Um, I have 57 different thumbnails in my download folder right now that is probably pulling at me and stressing me out a little bit. And I have piles and piles of to-do notes, little things that I've jotted down. And if I was in a moment where I felt like I needed to overcome some burnout, then the first thing that I do is go organize my download folder and then organize my little workspace here, because that lack of organization, and you professional organizers out there could talk about it very professionally, and you have a lot of good points for it. But that lack of organization will wear on you and will nag you, and contribute to that feeling of burnout and fatigue.
For sure. We have someone that's in our group, Lydia, that she's banished business clutter, I think. And I think that's a big deal of having so many things. You have so many ideas. And I'm sorry if y'all can hear these notifications going
We
off.
got to turn them off.
I can't. I have like 32 tabs open that Facebook's on, is why. If I go shutting them down, I won't get them all shut down. But so finding some kind of system for that, and I'm not going to call it clutter, the things that we have, and again, we talked about it recently. We use OneNote. We have several project management systems. You just have to go with what works for you. You have to try a few things. OneNote has always worked for me because I'm a visual person and I need to be able to see the things and be able to go to it. But if you see too much of it at one time, it's very overwhelming. So just need a place to keep them handy. So when you want to go back and revisit. So OneNote for me, whatever works for you, need to find a system, because you collect things. Again, I forgot shortcuts in your business. So if you're watching this, you can go back and watch the replay on shortcuts in business. All right, number 5 is my favorite. We even created, so it was a cornerstone. It's like just an integral piece of our business, that everyone needs to adopt in their business, and that is taking action. So the easiest way to get over some kind of burnout or some bump in the road or whatever is to take action, to do, to do something to feel accomplished about. So make a plan and then do the thing. So we have so many people that are constantly in planning mode that 90% of their time is spent planning, rather than, it should be 10% planning, 90% doing. And it's the opposite. So they never get anything accomplished. They always feel overstressed, overworked, because they're just in that front phase and they're not actually accomplishing things. Accomplishment actually is very satisfying. So
exactly. And doing the thing is the first step to being motivated. And when you're in a motivated space and you're moving forward, you're not in a burnout space. So that's a very important step, is to make sure that you're actually doing and not just doing a whole bunch of planning.
Exactly. Because you can only do so much. So having the plan, we did a take action training on, obviously take action is like a big thing in our business. We named a whole series of 50 masterclasses on it. But one of those masterclasses was productivity. And it talked about the 90-day plan and using products like Trello or OneNote or whatever. So, and how to really accomplish things. So,
exactly.
All right.
Next one, delegate some stuff. Get it off your plate, or just eliminate it altogether. If it's not the kind of thing that you need to be doing or you have to be doing, then find a way to not do it.
For sure. Whether that means finding someone on Fiverr, finding a VA, finding someone in a group that you're in that loves to do that thing, find a way to sub that out. When somebody loves to do it, a lot of times they don't charge as much as it costs you in stress and heartache. So when you sub the thing out, it makes it so much easier for you to do the things that you are joyful about, so that you enjoy doing. So, and it doesn't always have to mean, subbing something out. Literally in business, a lot of times you can just eliminate a lot of the things. If you really take a critical look at the things that you're doing during the day, there's a lot of busy work that is for naught. Is it bringing you, is it bringing you clients or leads or whatever it is? Is it bringing you money at the end of the day? If not, most of the time, those things can be eliminated.
Exactly. Next one.
Next, well, I should do the simplify, but we're gonna do them in order. Set boundaries. This is not my forte.
I was about to say, if you want me to take that one, then I can. But go ahead.
It is not. I understand it. I'm just not good at it. So Jessica's going to tell you about it.
Well, yeah, because you really have to be good at it because of what you were saying earlier about the benefit to having a commute is that's, the office workers decompression time. It kind of creates that boundary between home and work life. So if you don't have that boundary, then it can all run together and you can really start to cross-pollinate in a bad way, stress from work or stress from family, and bring it with you from point work to point family. And I think that both entities suffer whenever you don't have that boundary. So I like to set work hours. I do pretty good at it. I'm kind of forced to because I have help with my 2-year-old. So when she has to leave, I have to be done working, period. It's harder for Julie because her 2-year-old is 22. So she doesn't have to have these hard stops, but setting them and making your work life a set time and your family life a set time, I think really will help prevent the burnout.
Exactly. And don't stop with just, the boundary of start and stop time and, being present in your family. There's going to be boundaries that you have to deal with throughout business. That's boundaries with clients that just suck up all the energy that you have. So knowing and setting those types of boundaries as well, like setting in your mind that, hey, I know that this particular thing doesn't serve me well. And just being able to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to take this type of client. I'm not going to take this niche, whatever it is. Just being able to agree with yourself what actually brings you joy, and then setting the boundary to say, I'm not going to do it anymore. So, all right, moving on. Simplify your life. We have been on a mission to simplify at Socially Inclined so it was the word for 2020. It was the word for 2021. And it's the word of the year for 2022. So we're talking about, burnout in general. Business burnout for us is a thing, doing so many things. And so many steps to make certain things happen. So anything that you can simplify, automate, delegate, eliminate, any of those things that you can do to simplify will definitely make things more joyful again. So I've been on a mission to do more with less, sort of repurposing. It's no secret. We've been doing a ton of training. We have a ton of planners. We have a ton of toolkits. We have all the things. So making it really easy to bring them to you. So simplify, whatever that looks like to you.
Exactly. And I really think, not to make it a plug fest, but I really do think that was where your social plan was born, because we were trying to simplify social media for some of the clients that we have. And then we realized, this is something that everyone needs. So in case you were curious about how that was conceptualized and created, I think it grew from a place of wanting to simplify social media marketing. So, and I'm excited to say that we're probably some of the first ones out there that took that step and had that realization and created those kind of programs. So
for sure, anytime that you can pair automation with done for you content, that is a win for sure.
Exactly. All right, next one. This is number 9.
Yep.
Learn something new. So this, okay, if you want to call me out and be technical, this is kind of like take action. But do you know that feeling if you've ever gone to like a conference or a seminar and you come back and you're just so jazzed up, whether it's like from your network marketing company and you went to a conference there, or it was a seminar where you learned something new, that is one of the best ways to kind of get back in the saddle and reignite your passion for what you're doing. The other alternative is to maybe have it even be off your topic and just stretch your mind, and having that kind of creative outlet really will help you get kind of back focused on the things that you work on every day anyway. So I love that one. It was a big one for me, especially when I was doing network marketing mostly on my own. I would spend a lot of time learning and reading, and that's how I learned how to do SEO and graphic design, skills that Julie needed from me later. I learned how to do all of that unknowingly, trying to avoid burnout for my network marketing business. So, and it worked.
For sure. It amazes me. So I'm in a constant learning state. You have to be careful not to be sort of that 90-10 that I talked about as far as planning. Learning can be the same way. You have to take action on what you've learned. But, Google today, oh my gosh, it's like the encyclopedia of, before. So I'm constantly Googling how to do something, how to do this, how to make this better, whatever. So if you'll adopt that mindset of it's out there, go find it, it's going to open up such a good feeling in your business. It gets you over that feeling of, It also can be used to improve. So if you've got something that's working, something that you sell and it's working in your business, adding a little something to it that you've learned can only make it that much better. Today is an evolving world. There's so much noise in the space. So adding anything, improving your products and services are a great thing. So, and learning is the way to do that. All right. Next, find a mentor. All right. So a great mentor will help you stay centered and sort of on track. We, left to our own devices, can really get off track, get in our own head, but just be like, oh, I can't do this, whatever it is. A good mentor, and this sort of goes along the same thing with the support system, but having a good mentor can just bring it down to eye level for you again and just really make it where things seem doable. Okay. And most of the time they've been there, done that. So just having that, you're doing great. This little small tweak will iron this out for you. That is invaluable.
Exactly. And that can also be in the form of a book. If you don't know where to turn to find a mentor, obviously we have our group. That would be more of a support like structure though. But I'm sure there's no shortage of avoiding burnout, self-help books online that you could find and probably connect with someone pretty awesome. I'm trying to think of a few because we definitely know a lot of people in all the spaces. But, just it kind of goes back to taking a class or learning something new. Maybe it's learning, connecting with someone who is a professional in that space. I will not kick your booty. I'm really nice. Speaking of kicking your booty, one of my favorite ways is to get moving. It's okay, Sandy. You show up though. That's what she says. She's late.
Yep.
Yeah. So tip number 11, get moving. You do not have to be a fitness guru, a runner, a whatever. Just when you start to feel that suck or that yuck, I like to get up and go for a walk. Especially, if it's summer in South Florida, you're not going for a run in the middle of the day and then coming back and being ready to work, right? So sometimes just moving, like going for a walk or going up and down the stairs a time or two, or just going out and doing some stretches and some breathing will really kind of help you get over that hump. And I guess that's in a small way taking a break as well. Although that first one was more about taking a longer break for a day or two.
Exactly. And exercise gets the endorphins going, which is a great thing, to bring you back to that place where you're feeling more at peace, for sure. All right. Number 12, reward
Last
yourself.
one. Best one.
Reward yourself. Celebrate the wins when so set the goal and then celebrate the goal and really reward yourself, because that positive reinforcement will trick you into wanting to do it over and over and over and replicating that. So that's why positive reinforcement is such a good trait. So whatever it is, it doesn't have to be huge things. It doesn't have to be a trip. It doesn't have to be a diamond necklace, which Sandy could have that reward this month. Go Sandy.
Eat that cake.
That's right. It can be anything. It can be going to be a night out. It's going to be a relaxing, bath with a book. It's going to be, whatever it is, but set some type of goal. And when you meet it, have a very, a great, whatever means something to you. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to cost anything, but something that means something to you, and have the reward and actually do the ritual of rewarding yourself. It really makes a difference.
Exactly. All right. So those were our 12 tips. We will, of course, post a blog recapping all of them later today. Do we want to run back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 1 was take a break. 2, remember your why, reflect on your goals. 3, find a support group. Socially inclined. We love hearing from everyone in there, especially whenever you need to be picked up. Let us know. Number 4, get organized. The clutter will kill your mojo.
It will.
What's number 5, Julie?
Take action. Doing the thing. So do the thing. Number 6, delegate or eliminate when you can, for sure. It's anything that's not bringing joy, that's not affecting your bottom line, get rid of it.
Get rid.
Number 8, simplify your life.
She skipped over number 7 because she wanted to ignore it. Set those boundaries. Julie, set them.
See, I just have to make sure she's on her toes. Boundaries. They're my thing. They're hard for me. All right. Boundaries. I do have some. Yep. 8, simplify your life. Obviously, anything that, when it's something simple, it's easier to do. So anyway, exactly. Take out the things that don't bring you joy or are hard.
Exactly. Number 9 was learn something new or take a class. Just stretch your mind, get a new skill, or figure out a way to get inspired again.
Exactly. Find a mentor is number 10. And again, it can just be a business bestie. It can be someone that's, going through the thing with you for accountability. And again, somebody that's been there, done that, really more qualifies as a mentor. But it doesn't have to be a true success coach, life coach, or whatever. It can just be somebody that's been there, done that.
Exactly. Get moving. Was that the next one? Yes.
It is.
Just get up, take a break, do some squats, some back flips, whatever it is that
hula hoop,
that blood moving,
roller skate.
Get those endorphins going. That's what you got to do.
That's right. And number 12, what everybody works for is the reward. So be sure that you are rewarding yourself for the goals that you set, and you will be a much happy camper.
Exactly. Camille, I love this. Okay, so she says, strange as it may sound, this does not sound strange to us. This sounds like our 2021 and 2022 so far. One of the things that's helping her with burnout is changing her business model and choosing what specialties are the best for her to offer more of, streamlining instead of offering the entire package. Yes, I can do it all, but I'm learning that doesn't mean I should be doing it all.
100%.
Word.
For sure.
For any of you who have been in the socially inclined store lately, you know that we have people.
It's like verbose. It's What would be the product version of verbose or voluminous?
Yeah. Yeah. So Julie will have like industry experts who contact her and say, I have no idea how y'all do what you do, how you do everything. And I think that that's crazy. When she tells me that, I'm like, all right, that's why. That's why I get this feeling every
That's why
single
we feel
day.
burnout. Yeah. And it's the industry. So I will say, most of the time it's like kudos, but then some of them are like, you
Y'all are
definitely
crazy.
could be making more money if you just did high ticket, or you could be doing this if you just did this. So it's sort of unsolicited advice as well, but you got to do what works for you. So anyway, that's our
Exactly. And we kind of started on Etsy. So the name of the game there is to offer a lot of things.
for
So
sure.
then when we came over to this more coaching style, we tried to add a whole bunch of other things. And then, of course, you have the agency side of things as well. So we get it, Camille. Thank you for watching. Thank you for that comment. We don't see you around a whole lot, but we love having you here. Make sure you turn on notifications so you can catch us on Monday when we do Marketing Monday and every Thursday when we do Coffee and Questions like this one.
Exactly. And I'm sure Camille's on the path to try to do the things that bring her more joy. It's so much easier and money can only get you so far as bringing joy. But, I mean, it does make the world go round. But when you're having to slave through some website that you hate, like we do website design, and if it's something that doesn't make us joy or give us joy to do it, that's something that should be eliminated. Just eliminate that niche. I'm not taking any more of that. So we're right there with you, Camille.
For sure. All right. So that was the first part of Coffee and Questions. We have a few minutes left. This is when we open up the floor to answer any of your marketing questions. If it's about business burnout, that's great. Sometimes the topic is so hot we carry straight through the whole hour. But it can really be about anything: social media marketing, how to get more engagement, SEO. Julie is a long-term pro about
Be
that.
everywhere. How to get over being everywhere.
Yeah, we
How to
do.
implement.
Sandy made a comment for anyone who saw it and was like, what is she talking about? And stuck commenting on your damn post, end quote.
Right.
So we just did a test, and let me say, it is going really well of what the most engaging post you can post in your group is. And it's going down right now. It's going on in the socially inclined group. So if you're not in that group, Julie, can you drop that link and make sure everyone gets over there and gets a chance to start commenting?
Yep, you're going to win something. So again, in our mission to bring, it's no secret, we do your social plan, done for you content and whatever. So we are testing things like posts like this to help re-engage a group, to just get comments. You know how the algorithm works because we preach it every week.
Exactly.
So,
And so
this
far,
is one of those. So take note.
yep.
And if you can implement something like this for yourself, I think it will help. So
far, it has been our highest, our best tester. Let's put it that way. And it's doing really, really well. So make sure you get over there. Thank you, Sandy, for commenting on that. For also, I think you have like a little team competition going on. Someone from Team Sandy Job Campbell is going to try and win for sure. But let's talk about what they're going to win, because we kept that kind of vague because we wanted it to be pretty short.
Before we do, let's talk about really quick about how the contest is working, just for the people that aren't there yet. So, and all it is, we know how important engagement is. So, comments, likes, shares. So this is in the groups, you can't share it out. But basically all we did was say, I forget what the post says, but basically you comment. So somebody's going to win something. You comment engaged. And whenever we decide to come in, when we pop in and look at it and decide to say
the word
group. The word group,
yeah.
Then the person that last commented wins what it is that Jessica's about to say.
Exactly. And we have like 300 plus comments on it.
Awesome.
And there, if you heard Julie's super annoying
I
notifications
turned them off.
earlier, it was because of that post. Someone was commenting on that post regularly. So if you struggle with engagement in your Facebook group, holy man, you need to replicate this post. So get in there, comment group after I say engaged. Okay. Yes, you can comment more than once. That's what I'm not like. That's why I almost asked Julie if I could put that little direction in there, because I saw some people were only commented once and then they left. But then there's some people, 471 comments.
That's
Holy
awesome.
cow. So that's got to be a group record for us. And we do pretty good. But yeah, I think
Tiffany, she's on
Tiffany,
it.
there's a couple that I see are commenting like a couple times a minute, and we're just hoping that the algorithm doesn't freeze it or like stop them from commenting.
No. Oh, and there's a feature though. So like if you, I don't know why you'd want to use this feature unless it's a negative, if it's something negative happened, but there's a way to slow down comments on posts, but we don't want to slow down. We want you to comment, and we're going to pop in shortly and say group. So when we decide, there's a set time we've already set. So there's no cheating going on. We've set it.
No, we're not going to pick our favorite person,
right,
and try and do it after that, which now at this point it's become so viral that that's not going to help anyway, because the comments are coming in like every few seconds.
Yep.
But it's totally working. So if you want to see exactly what a post says, make sure you get in that group and go comment, because if you're the person who comments last, then you're going to win our latest product, which is 365 engaging questions to ask your group. And it comes in a PDF, and we also have it in CSV format if you want to upload it into your scheduler, so that you have a year of questions that will engage your group similar to this one. And, done for you year of engagement starters is really kind of a good thing. So we are excited about that. And it's new. It's actually new in our store. Let me drop the link, because spoiler alert, we're not just wearing green because, well, we are wearing green for St. Patty's Day, but we're not doing nothing for St. Patty's Day. So we are going to be sending out an email later today letting everyone know that lucky you, the Done For You sale
Lucky you.
is up and going. And all of our content bundles are more than 50% off. And you don't even need a coupon code for them. They're all reflected right there in that store. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see that new product I was talking about that we are going to be giving away to that one lucky person.
Exactly. 478. Yep. So Higginbotham Editing. Sorry, I don't know your first name. But yes, you can comment over and over. That's the point. So for the social, for the virility and getting the group back engaged, the more comments you can get, the algorithm will most likely, if someone comments on your posts, will say, oh, they were interested, and show the next post. So these types of posts, and we're going to be doing more of these, testing and then like showing you. So you can totally replicate this. You don't have to buy anything from us. You can just do the thing and in your own. And it doesn't have to be in a group either. It can be on your page. So you just, and sometimes a page might even be better because people can share out. You can tag people that aren't. Yeah. So
yeah, so
anyway.
you can look for us to do something similar, but maybe with a little more broad appeal on the socially inclined group later. Probably next week sometime. We're busy. All right. Anyone have marketing questions? I'm ready for lunch, so I'll dip out.
So, let me show the rest of my shirt. So, isn't that cute? Love, peace, shamrocks, and green beer.
Oh, nice. So mine's just a green shirt. It's not a.
I see stars.
It says Texaco on it.
Oh, hey, it's green.
It's not a. It's definitely not a St. Patty's Day shirt, except for it's green.
So in that, is anybody running a St. Patty's Day? How are you capitalizing on the holiday? Any kind of promos that you were able to do? I've seen 17% off. We just decided to instead of doing a coupon code, which makes it hard in some cases, we just decided to just lower them in our store. But what else is anyone doing? Sandy, what's Bellamy doing? Sandy's Bellamy. And then other people that are probably here are.
Exactly.
Heather needs to go change. That's right. So back in elementary school, and I had a friend today, like on a group text, and he was like, if you're not wearing green, I get to pinch you. You know, that was a thing back in the day. I didn't know it was still going on today. So wear green.
Nikki Savita has a question. LinkedIn and creating a newsletter. Anyone use it?
We have not. We will check it out for you and bring it maybe on next office hours as a question after I go check. We've used their blogging feature, and several things. And I know Deanne, if she's still here, she was invited to start doing lives there. I don't know if she has, but LinkedIn is really trying to step up its game to be more social, same as everywhere else. Google is having a huge push as well to get more in the social game. They had Google Plus, which is now gone, and it's pretty much just Google My Business page, but you can post on. So they have a big push coming. Bellamy isn't officially doing anything today. I can't believe that, actually, but lots more coming this month. Included salted caramel collagen. Awesome. Selfish plug. That's right.
We'll allow it since you show up so regularly and you share.
That's right.
Speaking of shares, if you got value out of this video, even though we're almost done being live, if you'll share it, that will help it get further and people can watch the replay. If you know anybody who might need some help overcoming business burnout in the future.
That's right. Edith won a Grit, Grind, and Grace bracelet for sharing a couple of weeks ago. So we'll be doing lots more. If you share the video and we see it, we'll pick here and there and you'll start winning prizes. So we're upping our gamification, if you will. So for engagement. So, and Nikki says, I always told people I had on green underwear. Yeah. When I wasn't sure if I had a green shirt here, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do?
Exactly. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. This was a good one. I can't wait to get this blog out there. This is something that obviously we work on a daily basis. So, I feel like we can help people through it.
Right. The whole business building is hard. It doesn't matter if it's a side hustle, if it's, if you're network marketing, whatever, we're all on the same boat. So trying to bring a little bit of mindset to office hours, coffee and questions, whatever, bringing, sometime during the week to address the mindset issue. So Grit, Grind, and Grace, go check it out. Create your listings. We've got several people on here that have listings. They need to go and add their stuff.
And if you're on our email list.
Yeah, Sandy's got a great listing there. If you want to see, look up Sandy Campbell and see what she's done. She's got products and offer a job. Yeah, for her opportunity. So Sandy says 500.
All right. So the Grit, Grind, and Grace, for those of you who don't know, is our side hustle.
That's right. Everybody's got to have a side hustle, right?
Even the side hustle pros have to have a side hustle. But yeah, there's the link to that if you just want to check it out and see what's going on. We're still at founding member prices, so it's really quite affordable. Those are annual prices, not monthly. So boom, you're welcome. Enjoy.
That's right.
And if you're on our email list, make sure you watch later because we are going to send out an email and let you guys know about the Lucky You, It's Already Done For You sale. If Julie will let me keep that tagline.
I love it.
But all of our content bundles, seriously, they have never been this discounted. So you can go get a preview of what that looks like in the store if you're looking for any done for you content. And we've put a few things in there that are new, like a small tiny bundle of men's skincare content, as well as a few other things. So even if you don't think you need a content bundle or you're one of these people who have already purchased what you needed from our store. There are some new things in there you might want to go check out as well.
I don't know where we're going to find time, but we do have a few that are like 3/4 of the way finished that need to be done. So
Yeah.
I'll have to light a fire for that to happen. So Jessica's like,
She can't.
We're gonna have to delegate that one.
Saying it.
We're gonna have to find someone to delegate that to. But there's some good ones. So all right.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Can't even talk.
Oh wait, it's this way. I have to pinch you this way. All right. Thanks everyone. Bye. I was seriously like about to angry text you over